Hello and good day. So, the value of budgeting. Today I'm going to talk about the idea and concept of budgeting and the value it holds. Now, a lot of people are afraid of budgeting or don't want to do the work to budget, but I want to explain the idea and value and then give some advice on how to make it easier. So, the idea of budgeting is to figure out your subtractions and your additions to income. What that means, to clarify, what kind of money you make from all your income sources, and then what kind of expenses you have, whether that be for food or house or transportation or luxury of some type. The idea is it helps you have all the information all together. That way you have the exact numbers of you make $5,000 a month. You have this much expense. This leaves you this much. What are you going to do with this much? So it helps you to plan, figure out where all your money is going. A, how much you're making. B, how much you're spending. C, what is the difference, and then allows you to figure out how to better manage your money. Budgeting is a very important part to being able to figure out how to save, spend what you can spend, and how much work you need to do, how much value you're getting from your work. It helps you with all four parts of the basic money management that I talked about in a previous episode. So, you need to figure out a budget to understand your income, your expenses, and the exact numbers, or very, very close. And there's really very little reason that you can't figure out very close and even down to the exact penny, especially since it's probably easier for you than it would be for the average business, which has to do the very same accounting. So you figure out how much you're making, you figure out how much you're spending, and how much is different. If you are spending more than you're making, then you have a problem, and that's very quickly going to become a debt problem. But if you are making more than you're spending, good. That's one part of your money management, to make sure you are living below your means. But that also gives you what kind of expenses, what is costing me? Is it giving me enough value in return? Should I cut it in some way, shape, or form? And this is how much I'm making. Is there any way I can increase this? And this is what I need to be making to cover my needs. The basic foundation for financial freedom is to have enough money from your assets, your money producing things that don't require you to put in a lot of effort or work, that will continue producing you more income. To achieve that basic foundation, you need to figure out what that foundation is and what you're willing to accept. And to understand that, you have to figure out what the numbers are, and that pretty much requires a budget of some type or form. Now, a budget to some people feels like a imprisonment, a demand that you have to struggle with money and numbers that they don't like to talk about, and figure out what's going on, and feel like they're being blamed for spending their money, despite the fact that they're the only one spending their money. Or that's the general idea, they or their family. And I mean close family. The actual household that they are a part of and manage. Part of your duty is to manage the finances that you have control over. And eventually, hopefully, you can achieve financial freedom, especially if you have a family. You want to be able to help them and care for them even in bad times. But anyway, by budgeting, you'll understand how much you're making, how much you're spending, where you can improve and change things, and figure out if you have some extra. You're living below your means. All right, where is that extra going? Is it going to savings for your emergency fund and towards your house if you have a mortgage, or saving for a big object, or like buying a house or buying a car, upgrading a car, or going towards investing to help you make more assets? So figure out the numbers and use that to help you to achieve financial freedom. The idea is the 4 parts of money management, which is work to earn money, then it is save, live below your means, then it is to give, be able to help others and help your family and give gifts, and it is one of the most fun things you can do with money when you actually have the margin in your life, in your wallet. And then 4, to enjoy money. You have to be able to enjoy it yourself and have luxury or whatever you find entertaining, as long as you can afford it and it's safe and healthy for you, ideally. You have to find a reason to even want money, and a dream. Figure out your dream. More than just, I don't want to die, but I want to live so I can do this. And a very key part to being able to, and those are the 4 basic principles to manage your money. And hopefully by doing that, you can eventually have the motivation and eventually actually achieve financial freedom. And a budget is a key part to being able to do all that, to figure out how much your work is providing, whatever type of work you do, how much value you're in return getting, how much expenses, whether that is, and what margin do you have, and are you living below your means and therefore can do more and save to better your future. So hopefully this helps you guys, on that part of the budgeting and why it's so important. And now there are various applications and various online sources that, if you don't want to just do it by paper, and you're not like me, who very much likes math and very much likes projecting and doing unrelevant equations, like projecting, being able to there's easier ways nowadays to budget. If you go to something like everydollar.com under Dave Ramsey, the application there is very useful for an easy and consistent monthly budget that can tell you the exact amount that you are, if you put in all the numbers, and gives you ideas on what numbers what are the base expenses most people have, or type of expense that most people have, and then you put in anything extra that that is unique to you, and then figure out the exact numbers, and they will keep track of that. It will show you how much, it will do the addition and subtraction for you, and then you can figure out what you need to do from there on. So hopefully this helps you guys and gives you guys a few ideas on how to better budget and why it's important to budget, and is an extremely valuable tool to better manage your finances. So if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. If you'd like to hear more content like this, feel free to subscribe, and have a good day.